Would you discuss the rebirth of conservatism in the 50s and its rise to power in the 70s and 80s?
The 1950s is generally seen as a sort of moderate to moderately liberal decade, but in that decade, the seeds were planted for the revival of conservatism, which really becomes more visible in the 1960s and later on in the 70s, 80s, etc. There were a certain number of writers who were very critical of what they considered the legacy of the New Deal, the large, powerful federal government intervening in the economy, who felt that the United States was not pursuing the Cold War vigorously enough, not fighting communism vigorously enough. There were those conservatives also, the moral conservatives, who felt that the United States was too materialistic, it had lost its religious character. Many of them came together writing in the magazine National Review, edited by William Buckley, which is founded in the 1950s, and although very small at that time, does provide a forum for conservative ideas. But it's really in the 60s, as the society goes through tremendous changes and tremendous turmoil, that a larger constituency begins to develop for conservative ideas. Businessmen who see an opportunity to roll back the gains of labor unions and economic regulations, many people who are frightened by turmoil in the streets, whites who are reacting against the gains of the civil rights movement. All of these become constituencies that the rising conservative movement will draw upon.